All right, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
Ow, my scapula!
All right, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome to the Jam Jungle, the self-proclaimed very first gamer radio station that mixes game discussion and music into one tight little package just for you. Self-proclaimed very first
what do I
radio
win?
station that mixes game We've got a lot to cover today, like what the heck? Jam Jungle, self-proclaimed very first
what do I
radio
win?
station that mixes game We've got a lot to cover today, like what the heck? Jam Jungle. Very first
what do I win?
station that mixes
I have no idea what's going on. I think I'm having a problem here. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having difficulties. I thought I had all of this worked out yesterday. Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having difficulties. I thought I had all of this worked out yesterday. Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having difficulties. I thought I had all of this worked out yesterday. Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having difficulties. I thought I had all of this worked out yesterday. Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having difficulties. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna start from the top. Okay. Oh my god. No, this is not working. I'm gonna start from the top. Why am I getting echo? That is the main problem. Oh my god. No, this is not working. Let me try saying words one more time. Is there gonna be echo? Let me try saying words. There is echo. Where is this echo coming from? What the fuck? There is echo. Where is this echo coming from? What the fuck? I am not happy. I found it out. I'm a dumbass. I had my own stream open in a different tab. That is why we were getting echo. Boy, oh boy, what an amazing way to start out this new little show of mine. Okay, now I believe we could take it from the top. Thank you guys for your patience at my dumbassery getting this all set up. Okay, let's go from the top.
All right, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
Ow, my scapula!
Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome to the Jam Jungle, the self-proclaimed very first gamer radio station that mixes game discussion and music into one tidy little package just for you.
Great! What do I win?
Nothing!
We've got a lot to cover today, like what the heck is going on with Nintendo's holiday game for this year. Breath of the Wild's been delayed, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was just pushed ahead to July. That leaves a nice big holiday gap.
That's quite big. Impressive.
Make sure to also join my Discord server for a chance to win today's giveaway in Uncle Al's Bonus Bonanza. I'll give out a trivia question live, and one of you in the Discord audience will have a chance to come up on stage, answer, and win a $10 gaming gift card of your choosing. Link to my server in the description. But But before we get to all that, we had a team of monkey scientists carefully curate a music playlist specifically designed for your listening pleasure. And by monkey scientists, I mean a selection of your favorite gaming music hits from the community tab on this very channel. Welcome to the jungle. The Jam Jungle.
Hello, ladies and germs. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Jam Jungle so far. Sorry about those technical difficulties. Just kicking it off. It wouldn't be a show hosted by Uncle Al if it wasn't totally fucked. And that it is. I hope you're enjoying today's selection of music. There's going to be a lot more coming up. Because they are your favorite music tracks. I asked in the community tab maybe about a week or so ago what your favorite gaming music tracks were, and you guys picked out today's playlist.
We at the Jam Jungle want to hear from you.
God.
Consider support.
All kinds of technical issues. See, I forgot to do a thing with my audio there. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, you guys picked today's music playlist. Hope you're having a good time with it. I don't know if I can legally continue to make this a thing because there's video game music involved, and I don't know that I can actually really do this without granted permission from the copyright holders of the music. So this may just be a one-off sort of thing. I'm going to go more into that later in the show, but right now we're going to talk about we're going to get into our main topic of today, which you may have seen in the title of the video, that Nintendo currently has no holiday title. Excuse me for a second while I bring that back up. It's going to play a sound. It should reflect. Yep. Okay. There we go. So yeah, like I just said, Nintendo does not have a holiday title yet for this year. Here, give me 1 second. I'm trying to make it so that way I can look at my little script that I have and also read the live chat. Okay. Yeah, most years Nintendo usually has some sort of new game to drop in that October to December time frame to fill those Christmas stockings, and that game for this year was previously Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, that's just a guess more than anything, but you know, it was looking like that was the game that was probably going to fill that holiday void. But now it's been pushed to 2023. The next closest thing to a potential holiday title would have been Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which was previously set to release in September. Nintendo, just the other day, pushed it ahead to July. That's 2 whole months earlier. Now, that's unprecedented for Nintendo and really any game company, I think. It's not often that you see a game getting pushed ahead in the schedule. Delays, yes. Getting pushed ahead, yeah, it's unusual. So I don't want to get any hopes up. But to me, and this is entirely speculation, don't take anything that I'm saying as gospel because I know nothing. But to me, this looks like Nintendo is making some room for the holidays this year. They have a nice big gap to push whatever game it is that they want to push this year. Now, we're 2 months away from what would have been E3. Now, E3 is probably dead. I think this was probably the nail in the coffin, but Nintendo will likely still put out a Nintendo Direct in June sometime to fill us in on the latest happenings, and I think it's safe to say that we'll probably get some new game reveals and some new release dates for previously announced games. Excuse me. It's been fighting me this whole time. When I get talking, I get gassy, and I don't know why. Whew! I think this is probably where they'll announce their major holiday game for this year. It makes sense, They usually hold that pretty close to their chest until it's around E3 time, so... Now, this is where it gets kind of weird. Because I think it makes the most sense, of course, for Nintendo to start drumming up excitement for the big holiday game at E3. And, for that October to December window somewhere, we could probably expect it to release. However, Nintendo also has a lot of games on their roster for this year that don't have release dates yet. Games like Advanced Wars, Splatoon 3, Mario plus Rabbids, Bayonetta 3, and Fire Emblem Warriors. Bayonetta 3 and Mario plus Rabbids aren't made by Nintendo. Just published, so I really doubt they'll fill that holiday slot. Advanced Wars and Fire Emblem Warriors, are also, they're fairly niche. I mean, they will not carry a holiday season. It's just not happening. The only game of that bunch that I think could potentially carry a holiday season is Splatoon 3. The Splatoon games are proven sellers. It's not really one of my favorites, personally, but, I can't deny
how successful that series has become. Now, with that said, my script looked a little bit different before today, because Nintendo just announced earlier that Splatoon 3 is releasing on September 9th, which also just happens to be my birthday. That's fun. So we now know why Xenoblade was pushed ahead. I'm gonna explore some different possibilities now, though, including some guesses at what I think their big secret game is. So, what do most of these games that I mentioned have in common? Mario plus Rabbids, Splatoon 3, Fire Emblem Warriors, yada yada. They're all sequels to games that launched in 2017. The majority of the lineup of upcoming games are sequels to the earliest games in the Switch library. Kirby just got a new game too, and that, his last game was in 2018, early 2018. Mario Kart 8 is even getting DLC all these years later, and it released in 2017. So, what major game from Nintendo's launch window has not received a direct sequel yet? If you know what I'm getting at, type it in the chat. I wasn't trying to make this like a Dora thing, like, what Nintendo game from 2017 doesn't have a sequel? It just kind of worked out that way. Let's see. Anybody any guesses? Odyssey. Yes. You guys are mentioning it. You got it. Yeah, Mario Odyssey, which, it was totally obvious anyway, but I would put money down on there being a brand new on there being a new 3D Mario game for this holiday season, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the timing just lines up. A lot of modern games, especially from Nintendo, seem to have that 4 to 5 year development cycle, and we're almost at Odyssey's 5th year anniversary. If you think Nintendo hasn't been working on a new 3D Mario game this whole time, then you're probably like me, fully in denial, hoping that they were making Donkey Kong instead. But aside from the obvious 5-year gap since Odyssey, there's an even more obvious contender at play for why Mario is going to be coming this holiday season. The Super Mario Bros. Movie by Illumination drops just a few days before Christmas. Nintendo is probably shitting and coming in their pants because a brand new 3D Mario game launching so close to the release of the Mario movie is just a marketing wet dream. The stars could not align more perfectly. You get this massive crowd of moviegoers that go to see this movie and think, wow, that was fun. I want to play some Mario games. What's that? A new Mario game just came out? I'm gonna go and buy it. You could not game the system better than this. Now, for this scenario to play out nicely, the movie probably has to be at the bare minimum enjoyable, right? People aren't necessarily going to want to go and engage more with a thing that they thought was poo-poo. Then again, this is Illumination we're talking about. None of their movies are particularly great, and they still sell in the bajillions anyway, so, maybe this is the exact kind of crowd Nintendo hopes to scoop up and cater to. I don't know. Now, while I do think a new 3D Mario is probably the move for this holiday season, if I were to place my bets, that's where they would go. But let's explore another possible scenario. Give me a second. Let me take a swig of my coffee. I am drinking it out of a DK mug, which is the perfect segue. Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury just released last year, which was basically a brand new game in a lot of ways, Is it possible that it was used as a way to hold Mario fans over until the next big thing, after all? There have been many rumors and leaks suggesting that the Odyssey team is in fact working on another game, one that if you're a regular on my channel, you've heard me talk about many times. I am referring, of course, to Donkey Kong. Yes. Big shocker. Donkey Kong has a history of releasing in November. Some of the most iconic and important releases in the DK series have released in November. Now, whether or not the Odyssey team is behind it, I'm inclined to believe the rumored Donkey Kong game has been in development for a while. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And there has been smoke for a few years now. That's how
That's how I feel about it personally anyway. Usually whenever there's big leaks and rumors and things like that are being reported around, there's usually some truth behind it. Even if, you know, the final product that comes out of whatever rumors, you know, doesn't match up exactly with what was being said in the rumors. Yeah. Now, I'm not, you know, I'm still not completely sold on this theory exactly. You know, I still do think that Mario makes the most sense for this holiday when you consider the movie and also the fact that there is a Donkey Kong Park expansion coming to Universal. It would probably make sense to hold off on it, you know, on the DK game until there can be a greater buzz surrounding all things DK. But hey, you know, Donkey Kong is confirmed to be in the movie too, so you never know. So Donkey Kong and Mario aside, there's still another possibility I haven't explored yet, and that's maybe Nintendo just doesn't have a holiday game for this year. Nintendo doesn't ever need to have a holiday game. You know, the Pokemon Company operates fairly independently of Nintendo, and without fail, there's always a new Pokemon game in November, and this year will be no exception. So Nintendo can always lean into that. Pokemon will always sell and help whatever system it's on. You know, I suspect that's probably not going to be the case for this year, in my opinion. It looks like they're making room, you know, with the shuffling of release dates and all that, but who knows? You know, maybe something like Splatoon will be their holiday game for this year. Metroid Dread was about as close to a holiday title as they had last year, and Metroid isn't historically a huge seller, let alone a holiday title. I don't know. Who knows? Guys, that's gonna about wrap it up for this segment. I want to hear from you. What do you think Nintendo has in store for the holidays this year? Are you like me, thinking that it's Mario, but hoping and praying that it's Donkey Kong? Let me know in the live chat or the comments below after this video goes live so I can hear your thoughts.
We at the Jam Jungle want to hear from you. Consider supporting the stream by submitting your comments, questions, concerns, or anything via the Super Chat feature. Later on during our Super Chat Recap, your Super Chats will be read and addressed live on stream. That's right, you get to make your mark on the Jam Jungle. Thanks for your support.
Boo, you stink!
Now, let's get back to your favorite gaming music hits right here on the Jam Jungle.
Give me one little funky beat, boy. Give me
What have you guys been playing recently? I've been playing a handful of games when I have the time. I've been rather busy working on stuff for my other channel and, of course, the game channel recently. But when I had the chance, I was playing a fair bit of Elden Ring. I put in an embarrassing amount of hours into that game, I would say. Probably about 120 hours or so before I finally had to put it down. I was like, dude, I gotta get back to work. I gotta go back to society. Join back in with society and get back to working. Make some freaking money. That was a lot of fun while that lasted. I, of course, had the opportunity to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which I did a little review on this channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. And that was a fun little game, too. I will say that was one of the... It probably is my new favorite Kirby game. I've always enjoyed Kirby. I always felt like it needed to get that 3D push. And I'm glad that it finally did, because it's fantastic. It's one of the best 3D platformers I've ever played. It's not particularly difficult, It's not particularly, like, the most amazing level design you'll ever see or anything like that. But just, like, it's just such a charming little game. I don't know what else to say. It's just wonderful. You're guaranteed to have a good time while you're playing it. Now, after I got off Kirby, which I kept putting down and coming back to, I jumped on Sonic Mania. I just, I saw the Sonic movie, and I was just like, I gotta get some Sonic in. And I love the classic Sonic game formula. Sonic Mania is just so good. And the next track is playing without my permission. But yeah, I did a playthrough as Sonic and Tails, like the duo, and then, I got all the Chaos Emeralds. Wonderful, fantastic. I did another playthrough as Knuckles, same deal, got all the Chaos Emeralds. It's just so much fun. And I'm so glad that Sonic Origins is coming up, because I have been dying to go back and play those games again. And it looks like they have some wonderful enhancements. We got widescreen support. They're adding some new levels in, from the looks of it, from like the mobile ports of the games. I'm just so excited. I am not thrilled with the way that they are distributing the game, having different like pre-order categories or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. That's something that Sega has been doing now since like last September. They did it with Sonic Colors, which was a very basic rollout of this idea. They did it again with Super Monkey Ball. Did not like that either. And now they're doing it with Sonic Origins. That sucks. But, anyway, so aside from Sonic Mania, I have been meaning to get back to Doom 2016. I played through the game before on the Switch in, 2017 or 2018, whenever that one came out. I don't know. But the Switch version is not the ideal port of that game. There are much better versions of that game to play. So I've been playing through it again on my PlayStation fairly recently. I've been kind of slowly chipping away at it. It's just so good. It is just so amazing. It is one of the best times you can have with a modern shooter type game, I think. It's just so high energy. You are constantly going around ripping and tearing shit up. So much fun. And I'm hoping that will allow me to transition more easily into Doom Eternal. Because I played Doom Eternal when it came out, and I was not a huge fan of it. I'm not gonna lie. Which is so bizarre, because I loved Doom 2016 when I played it on Switch. Did not care for Doom Eternal, though, whenever it first came out. And I chalk that up to being a dumbass. Because I don't think I utilized all of the weapons to their fullest extent. Which is what you need to do with that game. And I did not do it. Not very well. I think if I have a chance to go back and play that again after I finish Doom 2016, my wheels will be nice and greased up. I'll be ready to go for
Doom Eternal then. Maybe I can slide into it a little more easily then. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see now, won't we? Let me know what you guys are playing. Let me know in the live chat. I'll be reading them, keeping up with what you guys are talking about. Don't forget, too, you can submit super chats, questions, comments, anything, and I will read them out and address them later on in the show during the super chat recap. Coming up after our next music break, we are going to be doing Uncle Al's Bonus Bonanza, which will be over in my Discord server. So if you're not in my Discord server, hop on in, get in the audience. I'm going to ask a question, and you guys will have a chance to answer it and potentially win a gift card. But before we get to that, we're going to get to our next music break. We're going to kick it off with Arctic Antics from Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex right here on the Jam Jungle. Uncle Al's Bonus Bonanza.
Welcome to Uncle Al's Bonus Bonanza. I need to adjust my audio real quick. I need to make sure that that's not blasting and you guys can hear me all right. Uncle Al's Bonus Bonanza. In this segment of the show, I'll ask a gaming trivia question, and you'll have a chance to call in via our Discord audience for a chance to win a $10 gaming gift card of your choosing. That'll either be eShop, PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam. And with that, I hope you guys listening in to the Discord are ready, because here's today's gaming trivia question. The original Donkey Kong arcade game, I know it's Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong arcade game released in 1981. But it was born out of the failure of what other Nintendo arcade game? I'm gonna ask that one more time. The original Donkey Kong arcade game released in 1981, but it was born out of the failure of what other Nintendo arcade game? Hopefully you guys in the Discord audience are ready. I'm going to pull somebody up here, and we're going to try to get an answer. I'm gonna, let's see. Who do I pick? How do I pick? Let's try. There we go. I have invited somebody up to speak. Welcome, hello. Burned Cheese. Do you know the answer to today's trivia question?
It's on. I've seen a video about it. It's on like the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to remember the name.
I'll go ahead and ask it again for everybody who's listening. The original Donkey Kong arcade game released in 1981, but it was born out of the failure of what other Nintendo arcade game?
Sorry, I got nothing.
Hey, that's all good. That's all good. Thank you for calling in. I hope disconnecting you isn't going to kick you out of the show. We're gonna find out though. I'm sorry if it does.
It's.
I think it did. I'm so sorry. That was not intentional, but okay. We're gonna go ahead and move on to somebody else. Let's see. Come up on stage, the Nintendudes. Any minute now. Hey,
okay, sorry about that.
Do you have an answer to today's trivia question?
Oh yeah, was it like sheriff or something?
It was not sheriff, but thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, because it was an arcade game. But
yes.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's go ahead and we're gonna move on to Slim Jim Games. Slim Jim Games, come on up. Hello, Slim Jim Games. Do you have the answer to today's trivia question?
I do. It's a radar scope.
It is, in fact, Radar Scope. You, sir, have won a $10 gift card of your choosing. I will get in touch with you after the show, and we will get that squared away.
All right, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Hey, thank you.
It was cool.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Thanks for listening and being here today. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here for this today. This has been so much fun so far. Guys, it's not too late yet to submit your Super Chat that I will read out in the next segment of the show, which is the Super Chat Recap. But before we get to that, we are going to get back to your gaming music mix right here on the Jam Jungle.
SuperChat Recap.
Welcome to the SuperChat Recap, where I read out and address your questions, comments, remarks, anything from your SuperChat donations. Let me adjust my volume again. I want to make sure that I'm not being drowned out by the music. Hopefully, that's fine. You guys can let me know in the chat. And surprisingly, amazingly, we actually do have some Super Chat donations today. So thank you guys so much for that. I wasn't sure if we were going to get any or not. If this was going to be a very short-lived segment, but we do have some. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with our first Super Chat donation, which comes from Party Slime 76. He says, did you know that Milhouse's first appearance first appeared in a Butterfinger commercial? I did not know that. Thank you for that fun little piece of trivia, Party Slime 76. I've never been like a huge Simpsons guy, so to be honest, yeah, that is news to me. That is a fun little nugget that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. The next time I approach somebody on the street, I am going to ask them, hey, you want to see that Milhouse Butterfinger commercial? Got it on me, it's in my pocket. Anyway, let's move on to the next super chat. It comes from Dr. Cephalo? I think that's how it's pronounced. I am so sorry if I butchered that. He says, Yokai Watch 3 is a better monster collector than any Pokemon game in the last decade, including Arceus. I'm not sold on Scarlet and Violet yet. A new DK or Wario Land would make me smile at least. Thank you for writing that in, Dr. Cephalo. And yeah, you know, I've never played any of the Yokai Watch games. I have heard wonderful things about them, but I cannot speak to their quality at all because I have not played them. But, you know, I will take your word for it. Pokemon has not exactly done anything extravagant within the last decade. It's all been pretty much the same games, just coughed up again and again. I'm not sold on Scarlet and Violet yet either, especially considering it seems like the new direction that they found with Pokemon Legends Arceus is no longer the direction they are going in. At least for this upcoming game. I guess maybe they weren't fully confident enough in the idea in Legends Arceus to make it a part of their mainline Pokemon games yet. I'm assuming after the success of Legends Arceus that maybe for the next mainline game, we will see this formula continue, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the very least, it seems like it's going to be an open world type thing, Scarlet and Violet, right? But they're doing away with the battle system that they introduced in Legends Arceus and going back to the random encounters thing, which I just thought was baffling. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. They had such a good thing going, but you know, it is what it is. I probably will just skip Scarlet and Violet. I'm not that interested in them. But a new DK or Wario Land like you bring up, yes, I would love either one of those. You know, Donkey Kong aside, because you guys know how I feel about Donkey Kong. Of course I wanted a Donkey Kong. It's been ages. Splatoon is getting a trilogy before Donkey Kong got a sequel to Tropical Freeze. How ridiculous is that? But Wario Land, in particular, too, is another neglected series. You know, Wario has had plenty of WarioWare games, and, you know, they're fine. They're fine for what they are. But, you know, let's get another Wario Land. I never got to play Wario Land Shake It. Actually, I didn't play most of the Wario Land games, to be completely honest with you. But Wario Land Shake It just looks so gorgeous with the art style and the animation that they went with. I do want to play that. I want to play it someday. That would be fun. That would be just a fun thing to be able to do. Anyway, let's move on to our next Super Chat donator that comes from Jackie Starboy. He says, hoping we get a PS5 showcase soon, get news on games for 2022, PSVR 2, and an Astrobot mainline game. Sony has potential with that little guy. Yes, I couldn't agree more about Astro. And, you know, the unfortunate thing about Astro, though, I believe the studio behind it, I think it was Japan Studio. I think PlayStation dissolved them. I don't even think they exist anymore, which is just such a shame. You know, their pack-in game for the PS5 was Astro Boy from that studio, and they killed him. They were like, yeah, No, we don't want you anymore. We're trying to appeal to the Western audience. We don't need Japan studio anymore. It's just such a shame. It is a bummer to see. But yeah, I mean, it would be really cool to get a PlayStation 5. Ooh. I tapped something on my keyboard. It doesn't look like it affected anything. I think we're good. Yeah, I would love a PS5 showcase soon. That'd be cool. You know, there are lots of rumors and things going on around PlayStation right now. One of the games that's been rumored for a little while is a new Sly Cooper, which I don't know if that's actually true or not. I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing. But oh my god, I would love for that to be a thing. Because I love the Sly Cooper games. They're just so much fun. I mean, I'm a sucker for 3D platformer type games in general. But then you throw in this stealthy, cartoony element to it, and I just love it. I love it. It's so perfect. What more could you want? But you know, there's also there are also some heavy rumors going around that From Software is going to be bought up by Sony and become a PlayStation exclusive thing. We might actually get news about that fairly soon if it turns out to be legit from all that I'm seeing and hearing. And I don't know how to feel about that either. I kind of like the option to be able to have those games on any platform that I want. I played through the Dark Souls trilogy on my Xbox. Now, I played Elden Ring on my PlayStation, but, you know, it's nice to have that the options available. But I guess From Software and Sony do have a history of working together. So, I don't know. Thank you so much for writing that in, Jackie Starboy. I appreciate you. Moving on to the next super chat comes from Soul of Power. Hi, Soul. Thank you so much for all that you have done today. Soul of Power says, Elden Ring, very based. I could not agree more. Can't get more based than Elden Ring. Love me some Elden Ring. I am a sucker for the Dark Souls games. They have become quite literally my new favorite games of all time. I am so sorry, Donkey Kong. You have to step aside. We're not butt buddies the way that we were anymore. Now it's all Dark Souls in my life now. Thanks for writing that in, Soul of Power. Our next super chat comes from 9 Lives, who says, how would you feel if the new game was Super Mario Odyssey with a Donkey Kong 94 story where you chase the big ape across the world to save Pauline? Wow. I'm down for it. I dig it. I like that. I loved all of the Donkey Kong references in Super Mario Odyssey because I was just starved for anything at that point. That starvation has carried on for 5 years now since Odyssey released because we have not gotten a morsel of a Donkey Kong game since then. Unless you count Tropical Freeze's re-release, but I played that on Wii U when that came out. So, getting more Donkey Kong integrated into Mario Odyssey, I'm down for it. Now, I'm down for more Donkey Kong in anything, but put Donkey Kong everywhere. We need Donkey Kong in Star Fox. We need Donkey Kong in Metroid. We need Donkey Kong in Kirby. Just give it to me. Just give it to me, Nintendo. Now, that sounds like a lot of fun, though. Just, like, really leaning into that angle of, like, Mario Chase. It's almost kind of like... It would be like Mario versus Donkey Kong on an even grander scale, just like in a 3D platformer kind of environment. I would love that. That would be so cool. Just like, you know, get rid of the heavy like puzzle elements and the mini toy things. Just get rid of that. Just make it like Odyssey, but Mario versus Donkey Kong. Mario versus Donkey Kong Odyssey. How about that? That sounds like fun. Thank you so much for writing that in, 9 Lives. Our next super chat comes from Chucky Chicken Cartoons. Hi, Mike. Hello. I know you. Chucky Chicken Cartoons says, when not working on the set, I've been playing an unhealthy amount of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and Mario Odyssey. Love the jams, pal. Thank you so much, Mike. You know what, I used to play Mean Bean Machine forever ago, more on it was in the one Sonic collection on the GameCube. What was it called? Like Mega Collection, I think. Sonic Mega Collection. That was a lot of fun. I got to play a snippet of it, I guess if you want to call it that, in Sonic Mania recently. Because the one boss battle is literally just Mean Bean Machine, and that's a lot of fun. Oh. Thanks for writing that in, Chucky Chicken Cartoons, Mr. Mike. I'm gonna refresh my page real quick because it looks like we got a couple more super chats since I started these. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn the super chats off now, but thank you guys so much for all your donations. It has been wonderful. Let me see. Okay, yes, that's turned off. I'm gonna go ahead and read through the rest of our donations now. The next one comes from Dan L., who writes, just curious, besides Banjo and Kazooie, are there any other DLC characters that you enjoy playing as in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Thank you so much for writing that in, Dan L. And yeah, you know, I think I got a fair bit of use out of just about every one of the DLC characters, but I would say maybe even above Banjo-Kazooie, my favorite DLC character of the bunch has to be, hands down, Sephiroth. I had so much fun playing as Sephiroth, and I'm not even a Final Fantasy guy. I'm not really an RPG guy in general. I don't get into those kinds of games. So whenever Sephiroth was revealed, it didn't even really do anything for me. But man, he's just so much fun to play as. I had a great time with him. Min Min was alright too. I did get a half-decent amount of playtime out of her. But yeah, you know, it's probably a toss-up between Banjo and Sephiroth for my favorite DLC. I probably lean towards Banjo, because, like, I'm a Donkey Kong / Rareware simp, you know, and, no, it was just so exciting. Getting Banjo in Smash was amazing. Banjo and K. Rool, my top 2 favorite Smash character reveals of all time. And they both happened in the same game. It's just unreal, because both characters were seemingly impossible. Like, there was no shot of either one of them before this game. Like, nobody thought a day in their life that these two characters would get in, but they did, and it was amazing. And I hope that they can get them back, bring those two characters back for whatever Smash game comes in the future. I have some thoughts about that I'll save for another live stream or another video or something. But thank you so much, Dan L., for writing that in. Our next super chat comes from Stinky Blue Rat. He says, what would you say if the new Mario games have all of the characters voiced by their movie actors? Also, anime is gay. Well, thank you, Stinky Blue Rat, for writing that in. That's something that I've thought about. Especially if the new Mario game this December ends up, or if there's a new Mario game this December, wouldn't that be fucking wild if it's like a movie tie-in game for this Illumination game? I mean, they've had plenty of time. They've had plenty of time to figure all that out. I kind of doubt it will be. I'm very doubtful that would ever happen, but like, man, wouldn't that be insane? But I don't know, getting to hear Seth Rogen grunting as Donkey Kong in a Mario game would just be a whole treat and a half. I think I would, I don't know how I would feel about that. That would be hilarious. It would just be fucking hysterical. Just the And then the Chris Pratt Mario thing. I don't know how to feel about him yet. He's one of the most iffy castings for that movie so far to me. Him and the guy playing Toad, I can never remember his name. I don't know why. Yeah, they're a little bit of a toss-up, but you know, like Charlie Day as Luigi, I totally see that. I can totally buy into that. I'm down for that. Jack Black Bowser? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, make it happen. Let's get a game with all of the with all the movie voice actors. Well, thanks for writing that in, Sticky Blue Rat. Our next and final super chat comes from Captain Gus, who says, ever played a Double Fine game like Psychonauts or Brutal Legends? Thank you for writing that in, Captain Gus. I have not, unfortunately. I actually have Psychonauts downloaded to my Xbox, because I've got Game Pass, and, yeah, it's one that I've been meaning to get around to. A buddy of mine, you know, played them last year, and he absolutely loved the games, and, yeah, I mean, they look like the kinds of games that would be right up my alley, because 3D platformers, just platformers in general, but especially 3D platformers, are like
my favorite subgenre of gaming. I just love them, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, that seems like, why haven't I played it? I have no idea. There's no good excuse. I'm just busy, I guess. That's the excuse I'm going with. It's not a very good one, but yeah. Guys, thank you everybody so much for writing in super chats today. This has been just absolutely delightful. And yeah, I guess we'll get back to our gaming music mix in just a second. That's going to be the last segment for now. I'm going to chime in again at the end, but thank you guys. Thanks everybody. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the show today. I mean, this has just been so much fun. I'll talk more about that then after this, but we're going to get back to the gaming music mix right here on the Jam Jungle. Maybe. If it plays. There we go.
silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Jam Jungle. This was just so much fun. I'm thrilled that I was finally able to lift the curtains on this thing and put on a little show for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. I hope you enjoyed it because I had a lot of fun. I don't know for sure if I can even legally continue this. I'm sure this thing is going to get copyright claimed the fuck out of because of the use of video game music. It's a little bit of a toss-up using video game music that I don't legally have the rights to use. So, I may need to find a better solution for the show. It may be a little while until I figure it out, so, consider this a one-off or a pilot episode for now. The show may take on a completely different form entirely in the future, but, I hope that you guys had fun today. I know I did. Hope I can find a way to make it work. Maybe it'll take on more of a podcasty kind of form. I'll get a bunch of topics that we'll cover on the show in a given sitting or something like that. Or, if we continue with the music element, maybe we'll use fan remixes that I can, approach people about and directly get permission to use. You guys let me know. I really want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. Or, in the probably not in the live chat. Let me know in the comments after this show is over. Yeah, first of all, what you thought of the show, and, if there's a different form that you'd like for this to take. Did you enjoy the music elements of it? Would you prefer I just stick to talking and go over some different topics and, we just leave it at that? I don't know. You let me know. Let me know in the comments. I want to give a special thanks to Soul of Power for helping me out and helping me organize everything in the Discord, and moderating for me today, as well as everybody else who is in the Discord right now who helped me moderate. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Soul, thanks for being there at the my test recording last night. That was an experience. Surprisingly, the start of today's show turned out worse than the test stream that we did last night. So, it wouldn't, again, like I said earlier in the show, it wouldn't be a show hosted by Uncle Al if it wasn't just royally fucked. Anyway, though, guys, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for an hour or hour and a half or however long it's been. Hope to do it again sometime. I might hang around in the Discord a little bit for everybody who is there and listening and, do a little bit of chatting. I don't know. We'll see. Before I go out for my evening walk. Yeah, I've actually been doing that recently. I've gone, 4 or 5 days in a row now. I do 3 miles. Yeah. My legs have been feeling it, but I tell you, today, I just have so much energy. Who knew working out was good for you? Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. This is Uncle Al signing out of the Jam Jungle. I'll see you guys next time.
Do you know who you're dealing with?
No!
What is wrong with you, kid?